Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34, doing a Throwback Thursday rip today. This will be Bowman 1991 football. As you can see here, I have included an Emmett and a Barry. These are a couple of the kind of, I guess, subset cards that you can get in the set. The notable thing that stands out for them is that they have this foil stamp on them. However, they are part of the actual set itself. Now, this is a product, 1991, you're not really getting autographs. There are no numbered cards. There are no variations. It's pretty much just a standard set. I purchased some of these when I was a kid, and I have a book of these, but as you can see, this is like just an example. I'm missing quite a bit of the set, so I thought, you can pick up a set of these cards for extremely cheap, but I thought it would be fun to open another box, hopefully complete my set, and have a little fun showing you guys the product. So, because there are no numbered cards, or autos, or anything like that, I do have one mail day that I will show just so we can get a little ink on the video. This is a Darnell Mooney Playbook auto, numbered 16 out of 75. So I picked that one up on eBay. Wanted to show that one off. So anyway, happy to have that card. And in the meantime, we will go ahead and get into this box. Now I will tell you, 91, this was I believe this was the first year of Bowman football. And I know they had gotten into baseball beforehand. There was a Bowman Bo Jackson card that I really liked from his baseball time, and I used to have that card. I'm not really a baseball card collector so much, although I really appreciate baseball cards and baseball history. But anyway, that was one of the few baseball cards that I had. Alright, so we may make this into one video. We're just going to give it a try and see. If it seems like it's taking a while, then I may do half now and half later. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. Alright, so that's a great way to start it off. Chicago Bear, Jim Harbaugh. As you can see with the back, one of the things that was noticeable is they would give a lot of information on these cards. And they do have the stats down here, not in the typical format that we see in most cards. But that was kind of typical at the time. And like Topps, this was also, regular Topps also was, the standard cardboard from the old days. That you could get that with Bowman as well. Now, the one nice thing about that is picking up packs of these cards these days, you're still going to get a very good, well, you're not going to have cards stuck together. Which is always nice. So as you can see, this is the Nick Lowry League Leaders, so you get the little foil holding up the number 1. So for him, it would have been scoring leaders. Got a Swervin' Mervin Hernandez, John Taylor, part of the great 49ers teams, Jim Jeffcoat, Bobby Humphrey, whose son is in the NFL these days, Aaron Wallace for the Raiders. Oh, there we go. Joe Montana. Great card. Has a little printing mark on it, unfortunately. Hopefully I already have that. And then here's the Jim Harbaugh card. Alright, so that's typically what you can find in this product. You're going to get a lot of Hall of Famers. And there are rookies in here. And there's no designation of them being rookie cards other than the fact that they're in their college uniforms. So here's another example of an insert with a foil. This was the road to the Super Bowl. So right here we have the Bengals and the Oilers. Alright, Chris Hinton, great offensive lineman in his time. Tony Wood, Eric Metcalf, Chip Lohmiller, Chris Miller. Okay, so here's an example. This is one of the uncorrected error cards. This is a picture of Don Mosbar, an offensive lineman for the Raiders. Not the running back. I believe this is for the, this is supposed to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneer running back, Gary Anderson. Not even close. That was an uncorrected error. Al Edwards, Lorenzo White, Ray Childress, Kirk Loudermilk, Anthony Thompson. Brett Perryman. His son has been in the NFL as well. And then a David Griggs, the late David Griggs. So these are kind of these are the plastic, kind of the old school wrap. And we have a Ronnie Lippett for the Patriots. Derek Fenner. Joel Hilgenberg, brother of Bears great Jay Hilgenberg. Jarvis Williams, rest in peace. Keith Taylor, whoa. Ernest Givens, I always really liked him. He was part of the Houston offensive attack with Warren Moon and Drew Hill and Hayward Jeffries, and man, those guys were fun. Here's a rookie superstar, Ben Smith. So this would be his second-year card, but they did highlight some of the rookies from the year before, including Emmitt Smith that I showed earlier, Mike Rozier, Jumbo Elliott, James Thornton, Dennis Smith, Butch Roll, and Leroy Horde. And there we go, Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. Nice card there. Young Michael Irvin. We still see him. Any of you guys who follow football, some of the pregame shows, he's heavily involved in that these days. See another Chicago Bear, Trace Armstrong. All right, so we've got Torrey Epps, rookie superstar. Carl Mecklenburg. Rich Gannon, there's a nice one. That's got to be one of his earlier cards for sure. Cortez Kennedy, Hall of Famer. Carl Banks, Tim Rosenbach, Trace Armstrong. Eric Bieniemy, who may at some point be a head coach in the league. He's with the Kansas City Chiefs right now, coaching staff. And then here's a rookie card of Randall Thrill Hill. I think he was drafted by the Dolphins played in Miami, and then he was traded at some point. But anyway, yeah, that's an example of the rookie cards there. Not a lot of rookies in this set. I believe this is the Brett Favre year. There is no Brett Favre, unfortunately. Mark Super Duper. Todd Marinovich had a great college career. Didn't really do anything in the pros at all. Willie Flipper Anderson, league leaders card. His son, Drez Anderson, was with the 49ers very briefly. A lot of rookie cards. I have a few of those. He played for the University of Utah. His son did. Hall of Famer Darryl Green. The great Gary Anderson. The other Gary Anderson, right? We've mentioned both of them now. Steve Wisniewski and Darian Connor. All right. Now I want to show you guys, I do have a box here. This is a Bowman 93. So this will include one special engraved foil card in every pack. And it no longer had the old school cardboard. In 92, Bowman, I always say Bowman changed up their product. They made a much smaller print run starting the year after this. Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson. And along with that, made the cards look a little sharper. Again, these are nice because they're not going to get stuck together. They're not going to get, you're not going to open a pack that's just like a brick of cards that you're peeling off, which is always nice. Maybe doesn't feel quite as high-end, but always nice to know you're not going to have ruined cards. So here's a nice one, Shannon Sharp. And yeah, if you look here, this shows just, he only had that first year 7 catches for 99 yards total. He only had, I believe, one rookie card, which was Action Packed Series 2. So everything else, would have been the year after. So that is one of his earliest cards. Brother of Sterling, who, before Shannon really came on, and became, an eventual Hall of Famer, his brother Sterling was really the big Sharp brother at the time. And he was on his way to a Hall of Fame career. I still feel like maybe he should be. It was a little short. The late Kevin Green, Hall of Fame. But Sterling was just amazing. He and Jerry Rice were like the go-to guys, really. Jeff George, rookie superstar. Mark Boyer. Andy Heck, he played for the Bears for a little bit. Bob Cratch. The great Art Monk, one of my all-time favorite receivers. Underrated, in my opinion. Ricky Nattiel, and Bill Romanowski, considered by some to be one of the very dirtiest players in the history of the game. All right. I'll try to speed this up a little bit now. Here we go. Road to the Super Bowl. Chicago Bears with the Giants. All right. And then we've got a Bubby Brister. Emmitt Smith. There's a great card right there. That's a really good one. So again, if you're looking for a cheap way to collect some of the Hall of Famers from the 90s, this is not a bad idea right here. In addition to that, I think these could be really good if you do TTM, like through the mail autographs. These cards would I think look pretty good with autos. There's a lot of lightness to the cards, not a lot of dark. Because the fronts are not super glossy, that might translate well to an auto. So yeah, these might not be a bad pickup for that. There's a nice one right there. Emmitt Smith, Rookie Superstar. Anyway, hopefully everyone watching this is doing well. As of the moment here, as a Bears fan, it's been kind of a frustrating little time hearing talk of a couple big-name quarterbacks. There's Dan McGuire, Mark McGuire's little brother. And unfortunately, I don't know, I'm not thrilled with the Bears' decisions, especially at quarterback over the last few years. So it's been a little trying. Love my Bears, but the only way I can really make sense of it is maybe, just maybe, Ryan Pace, the general manager, is on the Packers' payroll. It's the only way it makes sense to me. And I'm kind of kidding around, obviously, but I'm hoping for the best with Andy Dalton that we just signed. He's an aging quarterback. He's had been a backup quarterback recently. Don't know that I can really picture him coming into the Bears and making much difference, but you never know, and I'm definitely going to root for him. Anyone who puts on the Chicago Bear jersey, I'm rooting for. So hoping for the best, but my expectations are quite low at the moment. All right, the late Reggie Roby. He was a very good punter in his time, part of the Marino years. Oh, look at that right there, another Hall of Famer, LT. Very nice. Rich Camarillo, Ron Stark, Tony Jones, Darrell Henley. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this guy. Google him. His story is crazy. He not a great guy. He plotted to murder a judge and a former Rams cheerleader, and that was after he had already been convicted of drug trafficking. So this guy is probably never going to spend another day in freedom, I would imagine. He's been in prison for a long, long time now, but crazy, crazy story there. This is his rookie card. There's a league leader, Flipper Anderson. Average yards, 21.5 per catch. Very nice. Robert Massey, Arthur Cox, Reggie Singletary, John L. Williams, Bill Fralick, Leo Goaz, and Ron Cox. All right. Let's get the rest of this one out. Okay, so as you can see, there's not a lot of flash with these. But yeah, you can get some good Hall of Famers like that one right there. Steve Smith, suffering with ALS. Feel bad. He was a really talented fullback from the day. Chris Warren had a few great years as a running back for the Seahawks. Ken Norton. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Can't remember. A lot of Super Bowls. The Goose, Tony Siragusa, rookie card. All right. A lot of you guys might know him with his sideline reporting. Henry Ellard, another guy who's just excellent, excellent receiver. Who, when he retired, I thought, that was a Hall of Famer. I don't know. It's kind of right on that bubble. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Again, Ernie Jones. This is not the Cardinals wide receiver. This is Steve Jordan, the Vikings tight end. Another uncorrected error card. The late, great Jerome Brown. He was just fantastic. Al Smith from my alma mater, Utah State. Great to see him. He was a tackling machine back in the day for the Oilers. Bruce Matthews, legend. Mike Bellamy. That's a cool card right there with Thurman Thomas. Road to the Super Bowl, divisional playoff. We got Vance Johnson, Dean Biasucci, Daniel Stubbs, Donald Evans, James Francis, Daryl Pollard, and a Mike Kofer for the Niners. Okay, next up, pack number something. No clue. You sure would get a lot. Okay, Stan Thomas, one of the Bears' major bust picks. I hated Stan Thomas. Courtney Hall, Ron Morris, Brent Williams, Joe Prokop, J.V. Brown, league leaders, Warren Moon, Hall of Famer there, Tunchilkin. And that's a cool Randall Cunningham card. I loved Randall Cunningham. When he was healthy, he was a great player. Really liked to watch him play. Clay Matthews Sr., Anthony Tony. All right. It'd be nice if this were a bigger rookie class. You know, like I said, there's not a lot to this class. There's Neil Anderson, road to the Super Bowl for the Bears. Darryl Talley had some great years with the Bills. Christian Okoye. Chris Jackie. Bern Brostek. Tom Rathman. Barry Word. Rob Moore. Andre Collins. Mike Dumas, rookie. Leroy Butler, creator of the Lambeau Leap. Buford McGee. Keith Millard, he was a great player for the Vikings. And then Frank Stams. All right, next up. So I don't know, we're like 18 minutes in. And halfway through. Derek Thomas, Hall of Famer, sack leader. That was the year he had 7 sacks in one game against this poor Dave Craig right here. Quite a nice career he had before he passed. Andre Ware, major bust, but he was great in college. Heisman Trophy winner. Really thought he would be able to do something there. Great player, DeMonte Dawson. Thought Andre Ware and Barry Sanders were going to be a perfect match, and unfortunately that was not the case for the Lions. Chris Zorich of my Bears and Notre Dame. Rookie card right there. Very nice. And Brent Jones. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do, because we're already 20 minutes in, I think I'll make this a two-parter. There's Eric Turner. This guy right here, he was an awesome player. I just want to mention, because this is his rookie card. He was an All-American at UCLA. Drafted by the Browns, played with them. He moved to Baltimore with the Ravens and played with them briefly, and then went on to the Raiders. Unfortunately, he died when he was only 31. He died in 2000 from stomach cancer. He had announced that he was sick only like 2 weeks before he passed away. But he was a 2-time Pro Bowler. He was an All-Pro in '94, where he had, it was like 9 interceptions. He led the NFL. But he was a great player. Definitely went too soon. Eric Martin. Herman Moore rookie. That's another nice rookie right there. Had a really good career with the Lions. Mike Merriweather. Steve Young. Very nice. Again, we're talking about like Hall of Famers. And then nice. This is definitely, I would say, the best pack so far. Then we've got the Barry Sanders league leaders. This is for rushing yards with 1,304 yards. Thurman Thomas came in number 2. Oh, wow, yeah, we're just keeping up with this nice. This is definitely a good pack to end on. Dan Marino, Willie Flipper Anderson base card, Cleveland Gary, Frank Minifield, who was just awesome. He and Hanford Dixon were just great together. And then a Dwayne Bickett. All right, so just a real quick recap. You can kind of see a lot of these. We're really talking a lot about the Hall of Famers. Marino, Barry Sanders, Steve Young, Derek Thomas, Warren Moon. Got an Andre Reed, Lawrence Taylor, a couple Emmett Smiths here. Kevin Green, Sharp, Jackson. Yeah, so really not a Hall of Famer here with Rich Gannon, but good player, good card. Irvin and Montana. So again, you're getting a lot of really cool Hall of Famers. So I'll go ahead and post this video for our Throwback Thursday. And then feel free to join me again when I post the second half. We'll see what we can pull out of there. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care, and go Bears.